Before I say anything about Newton's third law with objects sitting on surfaces, let's review this example I think we've seen in a previous video. Now Newton's third law says for every force there's an equal and opposite force. So here we have the boy lying here and he pushes down, doesn't he, to do a push-up. So the force of the boy is down. That's our action force, boy, ground. It was 300 newtons and the direction was down, wasn't it? Well, Newton's third law says there is an equal and opposite force. We do that by reversing these two. Ground on boy, here's the equal, and the opposite is the direction. This one's up. So the surface, the ground, pushes back up, and that's the force, the reaction force, that causes the boy to go up and push up, isn't it? Okay. Now, it's slightly different if you just have an object sitting on a surface like this. Not really, but different enough I should mention it. On the last slide, we actually had a boy with his arm actively pushing down, didn't we? And there was a reaction force. There's no such thing here. There's no arm pushing down, nothing. But the question is, does the object push down on the surface? And the answer is yes. It pushes down with its weight. Yes, the object's weight pushes down on the surface. Now, as you recall, the formula for weight is W equals mg. See, the mass here is 30. The acceleration due to gravity is 10. So this object, this block, has a weight of 300 newtons, and that pushes down on the surface. Now, if you put your hand under that block, you would feel that pushing down. So it is pushing down. And our little template here is block on surface, 300 newtons down. Now, according to Newton's third law, what does the surface do? We call third law. For every force, there's an equal and opposite force. Here's the weight down. What does the surface do? It pushes back up, doesn't it? Of course, Newton's third law. Every force is a part of a force pair, so the surface pushes back with 300, doesn't it? We had the action before, now we have the reaction force. Now it's the surface pushing up on the block, equal, and opposite, now that's up. So you don't need somebody pushing or jumping or a hammer slamming. The weight itself is a force that creates an opposite force, doesn't it? It's Newton's third law. So we see it here. So just sitting there, this happens. One last thing I want to say before we go on. I'm going to move this video code up a little bit. You can't see it, I don't think. Now you probably can. This force up from the surface has a special name. It's called the normal force. The surface pushing straight back up. That'll come up later in other subjects, so I just thought I'd mention it. This force is called the normal force. Now, here's your video code, and I think you need to write that down, right? While you're doing that, I'll just summarize by saying the weight of an object pushes down, and the surface pushes right back up. Equal and opposite.